That's everything.
Big Boy's Neighborhood, ladies and gentlemen, he is back in the neighborhood. That's John Bones Jones.
What's going on?
Welcome back to the neighborhood,
Welcome
man.
back, bro.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, bro, what's your weight right now?
I'm about 218.
218. How?
Oh, that's not bad.
And I was just what you gonna do? But I was just in the restroom with him, and I was like, dude, did you get taller? And he was like, no. He said, I just probably filled out a little bit. Yeah. Well, for some reason, dude, you look taller too. What kind of training y'all got?
Man, yeah, we've been training really
on
hard.
stretching your bones and shit.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, I just feel good, man. Living real healthy. I think right now I'm a lot leaner, and
right.
I'm hanging on to a lot more muscle mass than I used to. So, yeah, I feel great, man. Great diet and just in a good spot.
How in a good spot? How focused are you? Because I know every time you guys get in the octagon, you got to be focused.
Yeah.
Is there a different type of focus right now, John?
Yeah, I would say I'm more focused than ever. You know,
Why is that?
Just coming off of suspension, you
right.
know, it's like I feel like I have a chip on my shoulder. I have so much to prove to the world. You know, why I'm considered one of the greatest fighters ever. I think a lot of people just forgot. So,
right.
So I feel like I really have to put an asterisk on this win.
What do you do when you're on suspension? It's obvious. Do you still stay in the gym? You got to stay active because I know it looked like you had to cut a lot of weight.
Yeah. Man, I've had a lot of time to just be around the house and just really focus on my children, pay real deep, close attention to my children, you know, just get better at my total game. You know, work on things that I really didn't have the time to work on before. Like, you know, before the suspension, I was one of the most active champions.
Right.
And so it's really hard to evolve when you're competing so much. Now that I've had this year away, I feel like I'm coming back a completely new fighter, and I think we'll all see that
yes, sir.
Saturday.
When you do have a suspension, do you still continue to watch UFC? Are you still focused on it, or do you kind of back away from it?
I backed away from it a little bit and just focused on my own game. I do pay attention to my division. I think that's really important.
Like just enough.
Yeah, just enough, especially the guys that I could possibly fight. But for the most part, I back away and I just focus on my own game and my own personal improvement.
Now, with the actual suspension, and I do want to talk about that.
Okay.
Like when you go into where the UFC says, well, you know what, he tested a certain way.
Right.
And when you do test what they call dirty, is like, what does that do for you? Like, is it public? Is it more? Does it let you down? Like, and also, I'm going to ask you straight up. I don't know what the testing was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So yeah, and I'm glad you're giving me the opportunity to get into it. So what happened was I tested for having estrogen blockers in my system, and estrogen blockers is something that steroid users use to help themselves get off of steroids. But the thing is, I've been tested. I'm one of the most highly tested athletes in our sport, and I've never had elevated testosterone levels. They've always been the same. So what doesn't make sense is, why would a person take an estrogen blocker if they're not taking steroids? And so estrogen blockers are obviously illegal because it's a red flag for a steroid user, right? So what we did was, I was told that I had estrogen blockers in my system. It made no sense to me because I have great pride in being a natural athlete. And so what we did was we turned in all of our supplements to a third-party laboratory, and everything came back clear. And so my management team said, John, what did you take that you normally don't take? There has to be something taboo in your system. And so I said, you know what? One of my teammates gave me this male enhancement pill. He said that it will have you fucking like a porn star all night.
Are you serious?
And so I said, you know what? I'm going to give this a try. So I took the pill, and a few days later, drugs testing committee came over my house. I thought it was going to be a normal procedure. Welcome them in, offer everybody water, blah, blah, blah. Take the test, come back dirty. So anyways, I gave this pill to this laboratory, and they said, Mr. Jones, there are 5 things listed in the ingredients on the package. We found 7 ingredients. Two of the things that were not listed, there were estrogen blockers. And the reason why I haven't had the reason why there hasn't been a lawsuit against this company is because it says not for human consumption, which is a escape for this company. So
why would you take something that somebody just handed to you?
You know what? I I didn't associate this pill with
Right. You just like, I'm fucking
Good
tonight.
sex.
Yeah, pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Going in.
It was a enhancer, but between the sheets,
Right, right.
not in the cage.
Right.
And it came back and it bit me in the ass. And the unfortunate thing is now I have an opponent that is trying to convince the world that I've taken steroids when USADA themselves, which was one of the most powerful drug testing agency in the world, has come out and said, okay, this guy is not a drug cheat. We have not found steroids in him. And his explanation for this estrogen blocker is 1,000% legitimate. We tested it ourselves. There were ingredients that weren't listed, and unfortunately, it's in him. He has to be suspended. So it's an unfortunate situation. It really hurts because I think doing steroids is one thing that young kids and people just can't forgive. It delegitimizes all the years of hard work, all the miles, all the studying, all the
Like there isn't a
everything it takes.
steroid in the world that I could take that'll have me beat you on Saturday night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like-
I agree. Yeah. Sorry to say it.
With you on that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Is there a lot of pressure though within the sport to use enhancements, even though we've already seen so many people get victimized by it or use them and it just goes wrong?
I feel like there's pressure for lesser fighters. I feel like my abilities come from within. I also feel like I've been blessed by God to do what I do. And when you have that level of conviction and you have that level of belief that you're gifted to do what you're doing, there's no need to mess with the blessings.
Yeah.
And so that's really what just hurts the most is that I've had great pride and I've been so outspoken about just the hard work. One of my biggest inspirations is a guy named Dan Gable. He's one of the greatest collegiate wrestlers of all time and one of the most successful college wrestling coaches of all time. And he said one of his quotes is, when I know a man is taking steroids, I know that I could beat him because deep down he doesn't have that thing
right.
that it takes to become a dog, right? He cheated to become a dog, right? My dog comes from within. And so I've been so outspoken about being a natural athlete and earning things. So to have my legacy tainted by the people who don't care enough to do the research to realize that I've never done steroids, that people assume that I've done steroids because they're too lazy to do the research, it hurts me the most.
Now, but DC will come out and he'll say some of the craziest. I think
gosh.
it was one where he won, and I think he told. Did he actually say for you to get off? Was it cocaine? He said something in the octagon.
He says a lot, man.
Oh yeah, he said what he said in the octagon was get your shit together. I'm waiting for you, and basically, that's what he said. I mean, to answer your question.
How much hate do you have towards DC, man? Because he talks a lot of mess, and it just seems like anybody in general who's gonna fight with him, or the way he he's a stand-up dude, but he talks so much mess. Like, how much do you hate this dude?
Yeah, that hate look real too.
Yeah.
Jack.
Yeah, I hate him because he hates me.
Right.
Yeah.
That's really what it boils down to. I beat Daniel Cormier, and for the rest of his life, and I'm gonna beat him again on Saturday. And so for the rest of his life, he has to look at himself in the mirror as a person who's always come up short. He wrestled in the NCAA.
You say that so well.
Flows
It's
so
almost like a
naturally.
compliment. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a compliment.
He wrestled in the NCAAs,
Yeah.
and he lost to a great athlete named Kelsey Anderson. Never was able to defeat him. He wrestled in the Olympics, and he was never able to win. And then he made it back to the Olympics, and he had kidney failure because he had a bad weight cut, and that's another thing he never got to win. And then he lost to me, and now he's going to lose to me again. And he's just he's a guy who's never the guy. He was always the second place guy, and second place is a habit, just like winning is a habit. I've always been a winner. And I think it hurts him for him to be able to look himself in the mirror and say, I was never it, and John Jones was it.
Wow.
And so he has a serious, strong disdain for me, and my dislike from him stems from his strong hatred for me. But at the end of the day, the way I look at him the same way I look at all the other guys I've beat over the last 10 years of being undefeated. He's just another contender in my era.
Jesus. Well said. When we think about a main card, this is the
Good
one
gosh,
that we've been waiting to see. And I'm pretty sure, John, this is the one that you've been waiting for us to see as well. How bad do you want this fight?
Oh, I want it really bad. It's been a long road to get back here, and
I'm saying like I was there
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah,
We know it.
Training
It's
with
been a long
him.
road, man, and there's been so much that I've done behind the scenes that people haven't been able to see to get back here, and I feel like winning this fight on Saturday will allow the rest of the world to move forward in my career, and instead of focusing on some of the lowlights, to start to get excited about the highlights in my future, and so. This fight means so much. It means a lot to me. It's a lot more than just a fight in the cage. It's my life.
Right. And do you feel, John, that it's not that like I know I'll win, but do you feel like it's a must win for so many reasons?
I do feel like I know I'll win, but I actually try to have an attitude that no fight's a must win.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because you can make it the fight too much, and it can consume you in a way where I don't know. I just don't feel like any fight's a must-win situation. I feel like there's so much more to life than
And
just,
then you pretty much know what you're going to do anyway. Must wins probably sound a little desperate too, like, oh, I must win this.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the confidence and the surety is so deep that I just know I'm gonna win.
How often do you train? Like even now that we're a little bit off the fight, do you still train every day, or do you pull back a little bit?
Yeah, I train every day. I've been training the last about 4 months, 4 days, 4 times a day. I literally live to train. Everything I eat, sleep, hydration is just train. Right now we're a few days away from the fight, and I'm still training constantly. I train at least twice a day, and my whole life is to be a champion and to compete at the highest level.
With so much that's been said, and I mean from DC, the court of public opinion, and just the craziness that's been, and not even to sell this fight. It's not about selling this fight, because it appears that, even one point when you guys, it was the interview and you guys didn't know y'all was still on or something like that. Like, that's real.
Oh, yeah, it's real.
You know what I'm saying? How bad do you want to touch DC? Like, is there a feeling of, when you want to whoop somebody's ass? Like, even when you were young, you was like, dude, I can't wait to put my hands on him. How bad do you want that?
I can't wait to beat his ass, to be honest with you. Just to
Because I heard a few days ago in Atlanta, you beat up a lookalike. No, just go ahead.
I look like, oh, that's funny, huh? Watch it. No, but I would love to just get this fight over once and for all, and just send him into misery. I mean, that's really what's going to happen. I mean, after the fight, he's probably going to stay in his hotel room for a few days and just go into a spiral deep depression. And I've never wanted bad things for someone the way I wanted for him.
So is this the one where you say, I want this more? You know how there's some, like, I remember a boxer said, this person disrespected me so much, I couldn't wait to get in there and knock him out, and I did it. He said, I wanted to hurt him. Is that where you're at now? Like, dude, I want to hurt him.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want to hurt him, but I do want to. I do just want to shut him up once and for all. I've never fought a guy who's had so much hatred for me, and I know what another defeat will do to him, and so yeah, I just want to shut him up once and for all, just because of the level of hate he has for me. Like, after I beat him, all the power of his words they're just delegitimized. They just go away, and I'm just excited to just get past him once and for all. Really.
Have you ever had a good conversation with him?
Never.
Wow.
Yeah, never. I mean, the way this whole thing even started was crazy. I mean, I intended it for it to be a good conversation. I met him backstage at Brock Lesnar versus Cain Velasquez, their fight several years ago. One of my teammates said, "Hey, that guy is Cain Velasquez's wrestling coach. He wrestled at the Olympics." And there's not many black guys in this sport, so I said, I'm gonna go over to him. I'm gonna introduce myself and create a relationship with him. I want to have an open dialogue with this guy. And I was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" I was like, "I'm John." He was like, "Yeah, I know who you are." And I was like, "So I hear you're a wrestler." Right? And he's like, "Yeah, I did my thing." And I was like, "I guarantee you, I could take you down." And that's like a friendly, "Oh no, you can't, kid." I was a junior college wrestler. He wrestled at the Olympic level, so. I mean, that's like me saying that I could do your job.
Yes.
There's no way in hell I could do your job, right? It was supposed to be funny. It was like an open invite for a new friendship and, inside jokes. And instead of him laughing about it and thinking, it was, liking the fact that I was approaching him, he was like, "Do you know who I am?" He was like, "How dare you come over here and challenge me?" And he had this whole attitude of you're challenging me and you should be respecting me because I'm an Olympic level wrestler. And I just thought, man, I remember walking away thinking that was so awkward, and what a joke that flopped. You tell a joke that just wasn't funny. I just felt so awkward, and I was like, damn, that sucked. That was not my intention. And I was walking away a little embarrassed. And then the next day on the internet, he had called all these legendary level wrestlers and told them about our interaction, and they're all tweeting me like, "Yo, Jones,
Wow.
you're just you never even went Division I. You're a junior college kid, blah 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 blah." And the whole thing just just spiraled downhill from there. So we've never had a cordial interaction.
Damn. So when
That
you
is
beat
crazy,
him
dog.
the first time, do you kind of take that in to the octagon with you, like knowing that one day y'all paths gonna cross?
The whole situation.
Yeah.
It was destined to happen. Well, the thing is, he said after our interaction, he tweeted me, "John, I will take you down. I'll slam you down 100 times out of 100 times if I really wanted to." And the funny thing is, I ended up taking him down 5 times in our first fight, and he took me down 0 times, even though he had a way more successful wrestling career than me. So it was funny that originally I met him telling him I'd take him down, and I backed it up.
Jesus
Told
Christ.
him.
Vindicated.
Dude, I can't wait
Hey.
to fight.
That's how we do.
They can sell this fight for $1,000. Go to me right now, Jack.
I'm there.
I'm ready. Y'all stick around y'all radios, man. John Bones
Yeah,
Jones,
man.
end of the neighborhood. UFC 214 is going down, man. And if you can't make it out to LA
Yes.
to the Honda Center, make sure you grab that on pay-per-view.
Get it.
And it's always we're in the undercard on this
Damn.
one.
Get
it,
Jesus
bro. Would be.
Christ.
Big event.
Yeah, every undercard
man.
pretty much is damn near a main event. What are your thoughts on this Mayweather-McGregor fight?
Oh man, that's gonna be you know what? It's I feel like this is like a WWE event.
Yes, doesn't it feel like it?
The
Yeah,
Hulk's
it's
gonna come out.
Yes.
It's a lot of people don't really consider it a real fight, and I kind of agree, but I do think that it's going to be extremely entertaining for the world to watch. I think boxing's in a place where it's a little dry, especially with the absence of Floyd Mayweather, and I feel like MMA is still relatively unknown to the masses. So this is a great way to bring some life back to boxing and to bring new fans into the UFC world.
Will you attend or order the pay-per-view, or you just?
I will order the pay-per-view, yeah, for sure. I mean, everyone has a puncher's chance, and just to see what if.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be the guy who doesn't watch the fight and had to hear about it.
Yeah,
For
Yeah.
somebody else.
I'm calling him like, John, did you see it?
That's
Yeah, it happened.
Yeah.
I think Floyd. I think Conor McGregor's chances of winning are extremely slim. I'm a big fan of greatness. People like LeBron James, Mike Tyson. I love great athletes. People who can be undefeated for 49 fights.
Yes,
It's
sir.
just such a special thing that we are being able to witness, to watch a true great one in our lifetime.
If Floyd now in his discipline, of course, Floyd is the king of the ring.
Oh yeah,
If Floyd said, "I'm going to get into the octagon,"
it'd be bad.
yeah,
I wouldn't watch
damn.
that.
Yeah,
That would be disgusting. No
Yeah.
one wants to see what Conor McGregor would do to Floyd Mayweather
Yes.
in a cage.
yes.
I mean, the kicking and the wrestling and the choking and all that stuff. Floyd would have no clue what's happening.
no, bro.
It'd be like watching someone drown. It's just
Yes.
he'd be helpless.
yes.
But we're not talking about a cage fight.
Right, yeah.
I mean, he's the master in that ring, and you have to respect that. I think you're silly to even think that McGregor.
Would you consider something like that if it had came to you?
Oh, for the type of money.
Hell yeah.
Dude,
I'm with it.
I'd fight a small child for that type of money.
Man, but that's real talk. There's some real bread on that one, boy.
Yeah, man, that's some serious
Yeah.
money. That's life changing money.
Yeah, and they're doing the $100 pay-per-view, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
man.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that's
and-
gonna be nuts.
Yeah, I'll
Damn.
probably maybe I don't know what the ticket's going for, but I'll be nowhere near there. You know what I'm saying? But pay-per-view, I'm all on the couch. Thank you for coming into the neighborhood, man, and hanging out with us again. And this Saturday, Honda Center, it is going
Yo,
down, man.
it's
If you
gonna be
can't make it
lit.
to the Honda Center to see it all the way live, make sure you grab it on pay-per-view. Anticipated rematch. I've been waiting on this. The world's been waiting on this, and this is a perfect fight, bro.
biggest fight of the year.
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
is.
is.
I would say outside of the Mayweather McGregor, it's not going to get any bigger than this for quite a long time. So
Man, I
grateful
cannot
to be a
wait
part of
to
it.
see this,
it's
bro.
like a Super Bowl event.
And you just celebrated a birthday.
Yeah, 30
Happy
years
birthday
old.
Happy
to you,
birthday.
brother.
Grown and sexy.
Yeah, hello. What you do for your dirty 30?
You know, honestly,
Train?
I didn't do anything yet. I train. Yeah, at this point, I mean, every birthday is, at a certain age, it's like, all right,
Damn.
you're 30. No one gets you shit. That's
Right,
just-
yeah, you
Just
know.
a happy birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, for your birthday, they want you to get them tickets.
I'll take
Yeah.
I'll take a kiss on the cheek from Natalia.
Go ahead now. Well,
Hey, hey, hey.
you may have to ask her fiance if that is okay.
He can't beat me.
He
Yeah,
can't
you
do
see,
it.
I mean, what is he gonna do?
That's the scary thing
What is
about
he
it.
really gonna do?
Is that he can't beat you.
Matter of fact, I want to get a kiss. I want to kiss her in the cheek.
Right.
I'm going for the lips, actually.
Let me tell you.
Hey, y'all got chapstick?
But let me tell you
this.
about her man too, though. If you did kiss her, you may not make it to the fight on Saturday. I'm just gonna leave it out
Oh, he
there.
got them boys?
No, I'm just gonna leave it out there. Figure it out.
Oh, because I'm going to be with her?
No, just figure
Might
it
not
out.
make it.
Just figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Figure it out. Really, it meant nothing, but it just put something in your head. I just kind of wanted you to get because I'm
I
gonna
was
tell
like,
you, man.
shit,
If
never
you,
mind.
Where's he
if
going
you
with this?
close the door and say, you know what, I'm gonna destroy everybody in here.
It's
I
Probably
would.
could.
What could we do? I would
Not a
have to
damn
really
thing.
get on your side and be like, yeah, we gonna destroy everybody in here.
It's just a matter of who goes first then.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Get it
saying?
all
Oh
the
my
way done.
God, man. Do you ever walk in a room knowing like, damn, I could beat everybody ass?
Oftentimes. Yeah. You know, honestly, I try to never carry
Can you
myself
keep
like that.
it
'cause
not real? He like, yeah, all the time.
Dude, nowadays everybody's doing little boxing classes and MMA, jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, man.
Everybody knows a little bit of
Yeah,
something
but everybody's
these
not
days.
a John Bones.
Right.
This
you know,
is very, very true.
I mean,
This is very
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Different.
and shout out to Master Reed Taekwondo, and I love what we do over there, Master Reed. Thank you so much.
Nice.
But I'm not ready to fight no damn,
Hell no.
you know, Bones. I mean,
Where is his mastery?
he's right there on Ventura. Do you know
Nice.
Simon Reed?
No, I do
Oh
not.
my gosh, man.
Maybe I'll stop by while I'm in town.
Please do.
should
He's
do
dope.
work.
Google and see what's going down with him. Amazing instructor. And when you go over there, tell him I said hi. It's been a while since I met you.
Oh, shame on you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but I'll be back. He hit me this morning, but thank you for coming
Yeah,
into the
man.
neighborhood,
Hey,
man.
guys, thanks for having
Always
me.
a pleasure to see
Big
you,
fan of the
brother.
show. You guys are awesome.
Man, and you know I'm a big fan of yours as well, bro.
man.
And I'm so glad that we are here and that whatever that focus is, and I'm ready to see a great fight, bro. And thank you for coming back into the
My
neighborhood.
man.
John Bones Jones
Yeah,
in the
man.
neighborhood, big boy
Big
neighborhood.
boy.
Ready, Talia?
Hello.